How to Attack Section 1, Part A of the Seminar AP Test by Gabe Sparks, Jorge Vaca, Henry Wolf, and Tom Yarrow. Here is the general way to attack Question 1, Section A. The argument is usually a structure of three parts, which is the evidence, the claims, and the thesis. As you can see, the thesis and the claims are connected, and the claims and the evidence are connected by commentary. The evidence, explained by commentary, builds the claims. The connections between claims form the thesis.
Alright, so starting with the thesis is one of the easiest parts to find as there is only one thesis in the entire paper. Usually it is located near the beginning of the paper, but sometimes it's also located near the end. It is also called the argument or the main idea, as it's usually the big structuring overall idea. The connections come from the thesis. That's an important thing to know, as that's how they're connected. It is important to know where the thesis is, because if you don't correctly identify the thesis, you will usually not know what the argument means and fail the entire AP question.
The claims are somewhat harder to find, but they are not impossible. They are very often connected to the thesis through their connections. The more connecting points that there are throughout the paper, the stronger the argument normally is. The claims are made from the commentary, and with this commentary, you can find the evidence in the paper. The claims result in the author's lines of reasoning, which explains why they are arguing what they are arguing.
The evidence is usually found around citations, but even paraphrased evidence is cited. Commentary is located near the evidence because, as we have said, commentary and evidence are linked to form the thesis. The evidence is what the argument is built on. If it isn't reliable, so is the entire paper. Evidence and reliability are important aspects of the AP question. If you know why the evidence was used, you basically know the entire paper. Here is the first article, an article about gun control. Pause now to read. Here are the thesis, claims, evidence from this article. See if you can arrange them in the correct order. These are the thesis, claims, and evidence in the correct order. Were you correct? See if you can see how they link to form the paper.
So this is the second article about Palestine. Pause now to read the article. And so here we gave you the thesis, claims, and evidence, but now you need to create the connections and the commentaries. You'll find both of them somewhere in the paper. Pause now to be able to find them, unless you already know what they are. Here they are. Were you right? If you were, wonder why you were right. If you weren't, wonder why you were wrong.
Here is the final article. This article is about GMOs. Pause now to read the article. Here, we give you the thesis, the commentary, and the linking points. Pause now to look for the claims and evidence. Here, you can find the thesis and the claims, but throughout the entire paper, you can see highlighted in red are all the evidence that we have found.
And so here, to restate the introduction, an argument is built out of the evidence, the claims, and the thesis. Pause now if you want to look more at this introduction slide, as this is basically a summary of what we have presented to you. This is our bibliography.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this presentation on how to solve Question 1, Part A of the AP exam. With this presentation, we hope you will pass. Thank you for listening.